Bonjour, everyone.
Hey, yo, welcome to Rat Bag.
Welcome to another episode of Rat Bag. Folks, in this episode, we chat about what's really happening with Rob Kardashian.
Yep, Mel asks me the most heinous would you rather that makes me want to die.
It really is some of my best work. We also make Frozen the film hip-hop.
Yeah, because we can do that, because we're genre-defying queer musical comedians, and that's the truth.
And we also have an earnest chat about some of the dangers of the internet. Yeah, we've got range.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lolly bag
we
today.
do some earnest chats. Stick around, it's a fire episode. Thanks for watching.
You get a rat and a bag, that's a rat bag. You put a bag on a rat, that's a suffocated rat. You put a rat in a bag, it's like squeak. Let's go, it's rat bag.
You look very good.
Do I?
Yeah.
Thanks, babe. So do you.
Let's start with a big fat compliment. You look beautiful.
I love you. Thank you. You're in the trendiest shorts I've seen in my life.
These
Sam's
are-
wearing these sick, sorry, you explain.
No, you go.
No, they're just the sickest, actually, we're both wearing
Upcycled.
down to the knee shorts.
Yeah. Jorts.
But Sam's are like patchwork denim and they're so hot.
Thank you, my darling.
I love you.
I love you. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Guys, welcome to Rat Bag.
Welcome back to Rat Bag.
Where, to paint a picture, sitting in front of the brattiest green you've ever seen.
It's giving Nickelodeon slime.
Yeah, it is. Brat Summer, if you will.
Brat Summer, if you will.
We are Mel and Sam.
We're best friends.
Yeah.
We're comedians.
We are.
And you do a bit of music theatre as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We write shows together.
Yeah.
And now we're chatting.
We do live shows.
We do live shows.
Yeah. This is the podcast where we frankly do whatever the fuck we want. We make each other laugh and hopefully make you laugh too.
And my wife looks beautiful in a headband. Hopefully you're watching on YouTube so you can see my sick as fuck rat bag shorts and you can see Mel's beautiful hair.
It actually means a lot because it's not derogatory, but I have an objectively large head.
Yeah, ditto.
So sometimes I'm like, a headband can be a bit NQR.
It doesn't look NQR.
Thank you so
much.
much.
You look very like Dolly Parton, like Sabrina Carpenter, blow wave, curly head girly.
I think this should be the entire episode.
And that's it. Thank you. We've been Mel and Sam. Have a beautiful night, Australia. I would love to bring something to you.
Please.
I am so in for and have been devouring for the first time Love is Blind. Love is Blind UK. Obviously, we skip ahead maybe for spoilers. I haven't finished it yet, but I know you're a massive Love is Blind fan.
And good to know you haven't finished it because I have. So maybe
beautiful.
So great.
I want to talk about the concept. That's how Mel O'Brien sneezes.
Excuse me.
Every day is a movie with my wife. Love is Blind. I more don't want to unpack the actual crux of the season. I want to unpack the concept because I am obsessed with that idea.
Well, it's you all over.
Yeah.
Really?
You reckon?
Yeah, I reckon it's so you.
Yeah.
I feel like in the most gorgeous way, like the most romanticized.
Yep.
It's super romanticized. It's super. We should explain maybe, give some context. If you don't know the show,
yes,
it's about they get a bunch of people, they put them in what's called the pods, and between all the pods, there's a wall.
Yep.
So they'll set people up on dates. So they'll be like, all right, Jeremy and Krista, you go in, they meet and everyone dates each other.
Yep.
But they fully cannot see each other.
Yep.
And the concept is that by the end of what is it? How long do they spend in the pods? 7 weeks or something, I feel like?
I can't really remember, but
a bunch of weeks in the pods. By the end of the pods, if you've found someone that you have a hectic connection with, the aim of the game is to propose.
Which is crazy.
Which is wild without having ever seen the person. The idea being that love is blind and looks shouldn't matter. Tom, do you know about this show?
No, but
this is great. It's a brilliant concept.
Yeah, so that's the concept. And the whole idea, obviously, which is a beautiful thing to explore in 2024.
I agree.
Is that looks don't matter and that it's about the personality. And then obviously they get into the real world, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. And it is so fascinating watching it. I want them to do a version where we never see one side of the contestants and we fall in love with them. It's like a black screen with captions.
That's a great idea by you.
I would love that. Maybe they do like some non-binary people, some women, some men, right? So we've got whole spectrum of gender and we as an audience can fall in love with someone without seeing them. Kind of like the Voice Blind auditions, but you still see them.
I would love to see a queer one too.
I would love to see a queer one. And this is the thing though, unfortunately for us that we're both in relationships, because if I was single, I would be going on a show like that in a heartbeat. Obviously looks are important to me as well. Like let's be brutally honest.
Yeah.
But a person's vibe, a person's energy. For me, I'm really, really attracted to people's like speaking voices.
I was just about to literally just about to say that too.
And this sounds a little bit crazy, but I went on a date like I think a year and a bit ago, and the chats were fire on Hinge. It was so zippy, it was so flirty, it was so sexy, it was so hot. And then when we met up, it was not a case of physically I wasn't into them. They were gorgeous. But then they started to speak.
Yeah.
And it wasn't what they were saying. This sounds crazy. It was their speaking voice. I got wigged out. And it wasn't just their voice doesn't match them. I wasn't attracted to their speaking voice.
Interesting.
And I feel like an arsehole for saying that, but we're allowed to say that we're not phically attracted to someone. So maybe that's okay.
I think it's completely fine. Because attraction is like a beast of a thing, right? It has like 1,000,001 components to it. That I also would love. The thing that I always think when I watch Love is Blind as well is, and I'm actually really happy to be corrected if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm like, I dare them to have a fat person on it.
This is what I noticed about the UK season.
I dare them to have a person on that isn't beauty standard hot.
Yep.
Because I'm like, well, you're taking away the...
Yeah.
I'm like 100%, like people will still have preferences, but I'm like, no, like actually like, let's like really like see, because if anyone's gonna not be bothered by someone because they're all fucking hot in a way that is beauty standard
like
hot.
standard hot, hetero hot, to be honest.
But
do you reckon you'd love to go on a show like that?
Would love to. We've talked about this before. Both of us have a hankering to be on a reality TV show.
Yeah.
And both of us have a toxic trait that believe we would get a killer edit when really we
probably would not.
Would both be edited a bit whack.
Yeah.
But I would die to be on Love is Blind if I was not happily in a relationship.
It's just such a smart concept.
Yeah.
I'm devouring it at the moment.
Well, I feel like, and you can correct me if I'm wrong as well, I feel like both of us majorly, not to be like, we're fucking heroes, man.
Yeah.
But I earnestly, like in terms of attraction, I'm like, don't really have a type. Like the type is you have a good personality. Like obviously there are things you come back to in terms of attraction, but I've earnestly, I have this discussion all the time with friends as well about like, could you and would you have sex with someone? Like, I guess the question is, could you have sex with someone, you go on a date, they're super hot, you know it's not really a personality match. Could you have sex with them? And go, they're hot.
I think I could have sex with them, but it wouldn't be as fulfilling as someone with the most the slayest personality. See, some people, they open their mouths and the second they start talking, I am absolutely flabbergasted at how into them I am. And Neve, my girlfriend, is an example of that. I am so physically attracted to her and was physically attracted to her the second I saw her. But then the second she started speaking, I literally whacked you on the leg and went, who the F is that?
100%.
Like, I am so in. It's just such an interesting concept. I really, really love it. I would love an Australian season. I would love a queer season. And there's something so exciting to me about us falling in love with someone where we don't know who it is, but I don't know how they would do that.
Do you want to tell the story of how you and Neve met for people who might not know? Or is it a bit private?
I would love to. So I'm newly in a relationship.
So exciting.
Which is very, very exciting. No, I met my girlfriend. It's also crazy to say girlfriend because it's kind of recent.
It's so I'm
being brutally honest.
I need you to know that Sam has the cutest little grin on her face right now.
I do if you're watching on YouTube, me with this slime background. We actually met at Adelaide Fringe. I was doing...
love stories begin.
We were doing our show. We were doing High Pony and Neve was doing her show. She's part of a drag king trio from the UK called Cockroach. And we went and saw their show.
Barry Bryan Bean Collective.
The Barry Bryan and Bean Collective. We saw no shows during Adelaide Fringe.
Yeah, we were hermits.
We were like, we got to write our new show. We can't be bothered going out and seeing anything. We happened to walk past. Now, I'm woo-woo and I love signs from the universe, but I didn't think anything of it at this time. We walked past a poster for their show, and I went, wait a minute, this looks great. We should go to this. No idea who they were.
Yeah.
We went, it was one of the only shows that we saw during that Adelaide Fringe.
And all we saw that was that they were from the UK.
Yep.
They would like drag king clowns.
Yep.
And we were like, well.
We're in. Then we went and had a ripper time because the show was brilliant.
And like the kind of brilliant, if I may, like the kind of brilliant where I was just like, no, shut up. Like I haven't seen something that has, you know, when you'll see a show or you'll see a movie or you'll see something and you go, that's it. That's the thing that has just somehow managed to tickle my exact funny bone, my exact sense of humour, and they've put it into one show, but they're not us. They're from the other side of the world.
And it was so exciting to see that. We gave them a standing ovation and then we messaged their company that night being like, separately on voice memos being like, hey, loved your show. This is kind of crazy, but do you guys want to get a drink? Because we just wanted to pick their brain. We thought they were geniuses.
And not just do you want to get a drink? Would you like to come to our apartment that we're staying at? It was us being like, I don't know. We don't know if you guys have a bunch of friends here or not.
Yep. And then they came over the next night, the three of them.
Yeah.
And we all just hit it off.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I met Neve and we hugged downstairs, I was like, right, we're in for something here.
It's on.
And it was just gorgeous. And I am so head over heels. I'm obsessed with her. She's so funny. I mean, you guys are really great mates now.
Yeah.
We've hung out.
I also adore Neve, not to brag.
She's so incredibly funny. She's so smart. She's so warm.
Yeah.
She just has all the time in the world for people. Unfortunately, she has the slayer's personality of anyone.
And that's on falling in love with people's personalities.
And she's also so hot.
so hot.
And so traditional mask lesbian.
We both said...
Like, not mask, but trad lesbian.
No, I know what you mean.
Like low bun, button-up shirt.
We both said in love with beautiful green-eyed divas.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't said I love you yet, so I can't really say that. But
not me absolutely panicking. Me, we both are dating. Me talking about Sarah being like, yeah, and we also haven't said I love you after 3 years.
And in the crazy, of course, Samantha Andrew fashion, Neve lives in London.
Naturally.
Because I dare myself to date someone in my own city. No, I have done that before. But anyway, we are just so into each other, and there's more to that story, but we'll do that another time.
You love to make things hard for yourself, don't you, my girl?
I love to make things hard for myself, but no, I'm so in. She's so fantastic. And what's been gorgeous is for the last few months, we've just been building a connection truly only emotionally over FaceTime.
Slow burn.
And it's been so fantastic.
Also, if it's fair to say, and then we'll wrap it up, but for a girl who, and again, correct me if I'm wrong or if I'm speaking out of turn.
No, go.
For a gal who's maybe like instincts is not the slow burn way.
No,
you know,
I
like,
am a race to the finish line.
You
girly
often
pup.
like fall and tumble into things and you get so thrown up in it, and it's one of the most gorgeous things about you. But it's been so cool and such a green flag to see you like start something so slowly and measuredly.
Yep.
Green flag for this green slime background.
Yeah. If you're listening, Neve O'Brien. Also same last name
Also
as Mel.
an O'Brien.
And that's when I just go, that's too close to home sometimes.
Also not you doxing her. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah, she's a public figure, so it's up to you guys. Like,
Yeah, I'm a public figure. Yeah, I've kind of gone live with my relationship. Anyway,
Dead.
that's her.
That's beautiful. Babe, I would love to launch into, if you'll let me,
Absolutely.
That's got legs.
Let's go for it.
Thoughts?
I would love to go into That's Got Legs.
I have found some of the wackiest conspiracy theories. I'll keep them short and sweet because this is the thing. Sometimes when I do the That's Got Legs, I'm like, I say it and then I'm like, well, I don't know much about it, so it could be true or not. But these are just ones that really made me laugh. Well, first of all, actually, this one's less hee-hee.
Yep.
But I actually reckon this does have legs. Spoiler alert.
Yep.
I think it's got legs.
Because we've only done one, do you want to give some context to what That's Got Legs is?
Oh, yeah, sure. So That's Got Legs is a segment where we unpack conspiracy theories.
Yep.
They can be
light baked or real?
Light baked or really solidly baked. Have you heard the one that Walt Disney was cryogenically frozen?
Yes, I have, but I still want to hear it, my girl.
No, but there's more.
Go.
So that's the first part because that's the one in itself.
Yep.
Walt Disney cryogenically frozen. But this gets me going. But so that they made
yep, go for it.
They made the movie Frozen so that when people Google Walt Disney Frozen, the movie comes up and not anything about how Walt Disney is frozen.
That, you know why I feel like that could have legs? I'll tell you why. Because I find it interesting that Frozen is one of their most successful films.
It's surely V, no?
Because maybe it had extra cash behind it.
I reckon
to
100%.
Pump it out.
I've always said about Frozen, there has to be it because here's the thing. I love it, and I used to be a nanny, so I know how much kids love Frozen. Yeah. I feel like everyone does. Like it's the kid, like you could. It's like it has a magic dust in it, and hey, maybe that's just the magic of Disney.
Yeah,
but I agree with you. There is something about why is Frozen.
Tangled's just as good. I'm going to call it out.
She said it.
I think Tangled is just as good.
Yeah.
But I think people went cuckoo tuna fish.
People went cuckoo tuna fish for Frozen.
For Frozen.
You were nodding over there, Tom. Do you have thoughts on this theory?
Yeah, I love the Google thing because I love the Taylor Swift Google thing as well.
Shut up. That was my next thing.
I'm so sorry.
No. Do you want to say it?
Yeah, basically that everyone's obsessed with Taylor Swift and how much she uses her jet, and she flies at like 10 kilometers and crazy stuff like that.
Yep.
So the conspiracy theory is that she wrote a song or an album about Taylor Swift jet. so that when you Google it, the song comes up.
She has a song called Jet.
Or an album or private.
This was quasi different, but it's clearly the same thing. It's it basically says that because she went to that Kansas City Chiefs versus the New York Jets game, famously to like woo on her boyfriend, I think.
Yeah, I think
Travis
I've
Kelce,
misremembered and you're bang on.
I think that's it. So that people, when people Google Taylor Swift Jets, it all comes up the news about her at the game and kissing her boyfriend and all this. And because when that happened, people were like, whoa, that's like, it is pretty crazy that she was like macking on with him and like really openly holding his hand.
Really publicly.
I think
really
that's
publicly.
Definitely got legs, that one.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that people don't talk about the unethicalness of her private jet.
I also think it's not a conspiracy theory, but something is going on, or Sabrina Carpenter has good relationships with some big people because her music is getting pushed to everyone all the time.
What do you mean? Like,
I've spoken about it with the launch of Instagram having songs on the profile.
Oh, yeah, true.
She was the artist that launched that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right.
And there was something to be said that apparently Spotify were pushing please, 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 like an exorbitant amount.
Yeah.
And people going, this feels ridiculous. Like
almost too much.
Yeah, not like in an industry plant way, but in a she's got money in the right spot or has a good relationship with someone high up.
Yeah,
because her music is everywhere. But she's a cute little Polly Pocket and I love her.
Yeah, I love her music too.
I love her too.
I would love to do a bring bitch.
I would love to do a bring bitch.
Bring bitch.
I kind of have a question, and you two seem really cool and hot and smart. Hello?
What's in the hotline today? You are steering this, my beautiful call centre girly pop.
I sure am. Welcome back, everyone, to Rat Bag. We're doing our hotline segment. I have a remarkable story in my DMs. It's a really good story.
Love.
And it's one of those ones where, not to like ruin it, but it starts and you're like, oh, I obviously know where this is going. And twists and turns.
I love how excited she is to share it.
Okay, here we go. Again, like my girl always says, great story starts with, okay, so.
Absolutely.
Right. He says, okay.
What's the category of this bring bitch, or does it not matter? We can keep it open and loose.
It's a crazy story.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so I hooked up with this guy, and I also love how this person talks. They really paint a picture, and it really gets me. Okay, so I hooked up with this guy, and it was pretty chill. We met on Grindr. We followed each other on socials, chatted for a bit, then he invited me over to watch a movie, and so we did. I get there, the building was really weird and specific, and he brought me through a side door, and we were watching a movie in his room. No one was home, started cuddling, it was cute, right? Obviously, I love this description, I'm like, obviously, we start kind of grinding.
Hot.
And like tickles lead to touching, and we start doing stuff. I'm usually a top. However, he was really hot and I was entering my verse era, so I bottomed.
Gorgeous.
And this guy was hot in capitals. So I was like, all right, I'm ready for it, all prepared just in case, because he was giving top energy. So we fucked, and it was the kind of fucking where I was, I don't need to share that detail, not this. It was the kind of fucking where I was walking home barely.
Was there a peace sign in there?
No. But that was the
Good for
energy.
tone.
And I could still feel it in my back. But
That's so good.
Honestly, get it, as he should. We kept each other on socials, but like once we fucked, I didn't need to do it again. I was fine, on to the next kind of thing.
Yep.
Right? Following so far? About 2 months later, another hookup I met on Grindr. And I was back in my top era, and this person was a bottom. I went to his place. I was like, this place does look familiar. But also, there's heaps of gays that live in the area at that area of Melbourne. So I was like, there's probably bound to be some in the same building. I go up the same side door into that building, which let me into the first few floors because it's quicker than using the elevator. That was the reason. I think I was a bit high at the time, so I was just vibing. I get there and I was like, this place does feel familiar. I go into the apartment. But again, apartments in Melbourne, a lot of them are identical. So
Generic Monsteras at the bottom.
Didn't think much of it. Went into this guy's room. Start fucking straight away, pretty much. I love the descriptions they've given. Just in case anyone was wondering, the sex at this one was a good solid fuck.
Beautiful.
And he was also home alone, so it was loud and really good sex. Loved to hear it.
Gorgeous.
Loved to hear it from my king. I leave and I get a message from him giving his socials. I add him and I say we have a mutual friend of the other guy. The other guy's a mutual friend, right?
Right.
Then I start to see them in photos together, casually, and I realised, oh my gosh, I was in the exact same apartment, just different rooms. Clearly they're housemates. And I was like, okay, I just fucked roommates, thought that was kind of funny.
Yep.
a few days pass and I get a message from the bottom one, dead, asking to come back over sometime. And I messaged him and I was like,
Bottom one's the most recent fuck.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I was like, yep, keen. I was having a look at his profile to remember what he looked like again. Classic. I love fuckboys. And I saw in a tagged photo was him in the arms of this other guy that I had sex with. And it was at that moment that I realised I fucked both parts of a couple, boyfriends. They were not open.
Oh, okay. That was going to be my next question.
They were not open. Both of the boyfriends cheated on the other one with me.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I fucked one and got fucked by the other. Beautiful.
still a fuck's a fuck.
It was not this detail. I'm obsessed with this. It was different rooms because one was a master room and the other one was the spare room. The end. Broke up the relationship though.
I wonder, I have a question for you. I mean, we don't know unless we get a follow-up.
Yeah.
I wonder if the second fuck was that partner knew who he had fucked and wanted to get back at
And
him.
was doing it. Wait, that's a really
Revenge.
interesting take.
Yeah, was
Bit of a
going,
revenge fuck.
I know that you slept with Marcus, so I'm actually going to call Marcus around and fuck Marcus too.
Whoa.
I don't know. We'd have to ask them. Maybe they
We'd
can
have to
write back in
ask
with an
them.
update. But the relationship broke up.
And the relationship broke up. Broke up the boyfriends. Not. What are the chances of that? Not
That is wild.
not having sex with both of them on different occasions in the same house and the other one not knowing?
Yeah. Hey, the only thing that's fantastic that happened is they didn't all bump into each other on the street and go, oh my God, hi.
Yeah,
And then, oh my
literally.
God, wait, why do you know them? Good God, that's a good story.
Good story. The gays are messy, man.
The gays are messy.
The gays are messy.
Oh my God, what a thank you for that gorgeous bring
Yeah,
bitch.
you're so welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, thank you to that person for sending it in. And thank you to all of you who keep sending us actually supremo content.
It's brilliant. We are obsessed with your work.
Yeah. You can follow us on Instagram at the Mel Sam if you want to send us anything else.
Yep.
Or if it's lengthy, you can also send us an email or if you want to be extra anonymous.
We are
What's our email again?
Ratbagpod@gmail.com.
Ratbagpod@gmail.com. Gorgina.
I'm really yapping a lot this episode.
That's absolutely fine. It's an ebb and flow.
I'm going on and on and on.
Yeah, as you should.
Because what I would love to do is to ask you a kick-ons question.
I would love to be asked to kick on's question.
Thoughts? Let's hit that sting. Do you want to explain what kick-ons is real quick? In case
really
people don't know?
quickly, if you're new to this pod, if you're watching at home or listening, kick-ons is we ask each other questions that usually you would ask your mates at kick-ons when it's 3 a.m. and you'd actually rather be Ubering home, but the chats are so good that you go, all right, I'll stay for one more round of kick-ons.
Yeah, naturally. Now, I have a would you rather.
Great.
That I think it could be my hardest yet.
Oh, okay.
I
Yep.
think it's my most challenging, and I would love to ask everyone in the room because I think it's really interesting, right? Samantha Andrew.
Yep.
Would you rather live in a bunker underground where you can never, ever, ever see your family and friends? You can actually never, ever see anybody ever again.
So I'm alone. I'm isolated in this bunker.
You're alone, isolated in the bunker. You can't see them on Zoom. You can't text. You can't communicate with anyone.
Question, is the bunker like a black, desolate hole?
No, you can.
I've got life down
you
there.
can kind of make it sleigh boots.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why I added this detail. It's so unnecessary. I think I just wanted to talk about it. You know in Spy Kids how they put that card in the oven and then it blows up and it's a meal?
Yeah, I haven't seen Spy Kids.
Have you actually not seen Spy Kids? I will kill myself.
Yeah, no, I don't really.
Are you serious?
I don't really remember. I might have watched it, but I don't know it.
Lucy, you know what I'm talking about? Isn't it incredible?
It's the best thing ever.
She said it's the best thing ever. As a kid, I would watch this film. I guess it's a solo pod because Sam doesn't know what I'm talking about. Tom, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, best thing, right?
It's a common sci-fi trope. It's in other films as well.
Gotcha.
Sam.
Yeah, I watch a lot of
Great.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
Me like, no, it's a Spy Kids thing.
Yeah.
Like I think in Fifth Element, they have mini chickens. They put it in the microwave. It blows up into full cooked chickens.
Yeah, right.
Keep going.
Right.
I'm just having water, but keep going.
Great. So that's how you get your food. By zapping those. You have it now. You have I wrote you have a 4 metre by 4 metre square where you can work out, but I've actually changed that because I've said that the bunker can be sleigh boots. And
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Now, so you can still do all of your work. You can still work, but it's a solitary adventure.
Okay.
It's all alone.
all alone. Does social media exist? Am I posting? Is that how I work?
Now, so social media in this, would you rather? Social media exists.
Yep.
But you can't interact with people. So you
Right.
can't socialize on it, but you can put out content.
Okay.
Okay.
How else do I work though if I can't go out and see people? I can't go out and perform from the bunker.
Well, you can do no. You can.
Everything's in the bunker.
Yeah.
I do
You
not
live alone. You're entirely isolated. Doesn't involve any other people, right? That's option number 1. Option number 2.
I hate that.
I was going to say I love that you're actually viscerally affected. Other option. Option B is you live in communal living.
Yeah.
Like an artist's commune, right? So fun.
Heaven.
Super sleigh boots. But you, Samantha Andrew, are never allowed to be alone again. And you are actually never allowed to be silent apart from when you're sleeping.
Oh my! So I'm constantly making noise.
Yeah,
I'm like in the
constantly.
kitchen like
Yep.
this.
You never experience peace and quiet. You never know silence. You never know that.
Am I constantly making noise, or am I surrounded by noise as well? Like someone could be whispering in
No,
my
you're
ear.
constantly making noise yourself.
Constantly.
So if you're like in the commune and you have a sleepover and the person next to you have to chat and talk and your mouth cannot stop until you fall asleep.
Okay, and I can't.
How good is this? Would you rather?
I hate it. That's
It's
how
really
good it is.
But again, your career can be whatever, friends and family, you can see them absolutely. But what and because I know that sometimes you hate.
Yes.
Like so but
Constantly going.
constantly yapping. You have
Jesus
to constantly yap and you'll never know quiet.
I'll never know quiet.
Yeah.
And I can't ask you if I'm at peace with that in this hypothetical. I have to imagine
That's
what
for
would
you to
be.
imagine.
To never interact with another soul again, that would feel like torture.
Yep.
But so would never being able
Yep.
to be quiet.
It's a really good one.
But I think I have what I'm leaning towards.
Go. Can I guess?
Yep.
I think you're going to choose the alone one.
No.
No.
I'm going to choose
Constant
constantly
noise.
making noise.
Yeah.
And I would have to develop some kind of skill set to be really okay with constant noise.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be more adaptable for that. But the thought of it's just an uppage. Yeah. It's just an uppage of what already kind of exists in my
Yep.
life.
Yep.
Whereas to remove everything,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I am such a people person.
Yeah.
To have no physical contact with people.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? No, I just couldn't. But it's a bloody good would you
a
rather.
good one, hey?
What would be your answer?
I think I'd
You're
do
the same
I'd
as
yeah,
me.
I'd do the same. I'd do the same. Tom.
Yeah.
I love you, baby boy Atlas. I love you, Eleni, but I'm going into that bunker.
Yeah.
We're
See
going
you
solo.
later. Yeah, fuck yes. See you later.
That's
and I would be very upset about it, but I'd also play video games all day and just hang out, eat whatever, chill.
Yeah.
Because Tom, are you a man who do you love your alone time and your peace and quiet?
Yeah,
when
do
you're
Like
together?
so much more. The amount of alone time
Yeah.
I demand when I work so much and have a 2-year-old and a
Yep.
pregnant wife, you wouldn't believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Like I still make sure I have 2 hours alone in my office at night.
Yeah,
Like,
because would you say you're at core an introvert?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really interesting thing that I've found about me. I know we need to wrap up, but one thing I've found about me as I'm getting older, and
Yeah.
I think it's also getting more and more deeply entrenched in the arts community
Yep.
and being a front-facing
Yep.
person, is I am becoming more of an introvert.
Yep.
I used to want to be around people at every given time.
It's so
And my
interesting,
family
huh?
home, I'll be showering, my sister will come in, we'll have a chat. Like it was just constant. Like I would want to sit and watch a movie with someone. I'd want to go and get a coffee with someone. But being so front facing and being around a lot of the time in our job, being artists,
Yep.
more and more I am needing just me.
Yep.
In a room with a song or a book or a something. And it's wild. It's crazy that people can change, man.
Yeah.
You are a huge extrovert.
Yeah. I would say I'm definition an extrovert.
You'd rather do everything with someone, right?
Correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's one thing you like doing on your own?
No, I can't answer that question because if I don't have an answer, I'll know I need to unpack that in therapy.
Give me one and just lie to me.
No, because you know what's absolutely psychotic is my thing is I love doing emails alone.
That's great. That's one.
No, but I feel like it's not healthy because what I should be doing is leisure time, but it's work.
That's interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I unpack this all the time to myself.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely struggle with my own company.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a sleigh boots person.
Yeah.
But for me, because I recharge, I think I'm super sleigh. And again, maybe this is so worth unpacking.
Yeah.
I think I'm super sleigh with company and bouncing off someone.
Yep.
On my own, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm a good person. I've got good morals, but I'm not
Yeah.
fun and funny and,
Yeah, that's
those
interesting.
things alone.
Yeah. You don't feel like by sitting in a room and having your own commentary about being in that room is funny and enjoyable.
No.
Interesting.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I know that that's probably healthier.
It's interesting that from an internal perspective, you're like, no, but when it's external and you're pushing it
Yep.
out, that's when you go, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
I think it's almost like I view this is so deep, but it's actually
No.
not that deep. But it's almost like I feel like my life purpose is to not be for other people.
Be around people?
But kind of to be around people and to be,
Yeah.
to be with other people. I don't know.
I think that's a beautiful thing. I
Yeah.
also, even though I'm moving more and more into introvertedness, I'm a massive people person.
Yeah.
Like love makes the world go round. I love love. I love connection. I love meeting people.
Yeah.
So I still am an extrovert.
Yeah, 100%.
But-
I would say that you're an introverted extrovert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. That was such a good Would You Rather.
Thank you so
and you know what's
much.
really good about it is I love Would You Rathers where I feel like I wake up and I'm like, oh, it was all a dream. I actually don't have to go downstairs to my bunker now. I just get to exist in society.
Like, thank God it's not real.
And later on, when I'm on the tram and I just take a moment of silence, I'll go, I don't have to talk to that person next to me because I'm not living in a hell.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Hey, God, she's good.
Thanks, babe.
Oh, I love this segment so much.
So do I.
It's always important to get a different perspective on the pod. We love him so much. He's our beautiful producer. His name is Tom. It's time for our favourite segment, Girl,
Girl
Dad.
Dad.
Is he having a boy? Is he having a girl? Having a girl dad?
Is he having a boy? Is he having a girl? Who cares about the binary? It's girl dad.
Do you like that sting?
I love it so much.
Yeah. We love you. Now, over to you, Tom. The way do you want to explain how girl dad works?
Yeah, so basically, my wife's pregnant. Could be having a girl, could be having a boy, could be having someone non-binary. But you girls are girls.
Yes, we are.
And I come in and propose a question or a scenario where I might have some troubles in the future being a dad.
Gorgeous.
And I'd like to extend out this, not extend the segment, but I'd also like to open it up, Tom. It can also be questions about girlhood in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you have any of those.
Because we are two girly pops that played with Bratz dolls and
Yeah.
Barbies and like
Not that
ribbons.
that's
and-
only for girls, however.
it
Yeah,
absolutely is.
Yeah.
Sam just exposes herself as a massive conservative
I'm
fuck.
trying out blue for the first time ever, guys. It's pretty wild. Okay.
But it's interesting because I wanted to, this one's not really about, it's just a very general one. And I'd be interested to see what you think of it. We discussed it sort of like a few pods ago very briefly, but I want to dive in a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Yep.
So basically, I grew up without the internet.
Yep.
I got my first phone when I was like 13. I could only do text and Snake.
Yeah.
Text
I don't
me.
reckon I had.
You got internet late.
Yeah, like way later than you guys.
That's
did.
the
yeah.
perfect relationship and upbringing with social
I
media and
agree.
internet.
I'm kinda
that I've ever
jealous.
heard. Yeah.
Yeah, no internet on the phones. We didn't have smartphones until
Yep.
very much later as well.
Yep.
Do I need to be monitoring my kids' internet usage and phone usage? And what do I need to look out for? Are there going to be apps I've never heard of that I need to keep an eye out? Do I need to be literally going through my future kids' phones
No.
at night?
Going through my future kids' phones.
Or is it we live in trust, we trust our children, we believe that they make the right decisions and they make the wrong decisions and that's okay sometimes too? Or is it too dangerous out there?
It's really hard, isn't it? Because trust is such a pillar
Yep.
of any good relationship.
Yep.
And I think that's massively so for parents and children.
Yep.
Especially. So
Yep.
you want to feel like your parents trust you because then that means that if they're in danger at a party one night that they go, I can call dad and he'll come pick me
Yep.
up. I'm not going to get in trouble.
No questions asked.
Right?
Yep.
Which I feel like is a lot of thing where like a lot of kids don't have that and they don't have that.
Yep.
But then I am also like, and maybe this is a conservative take by me, I am also like, there is a lot of shit on the internet that is really dangerous for kids.
100%.
That if
Yep.
I was a parent, I think I would want to know what my kids are up to. Maybe
Yep.
it's in the sense of like, I would never think it's reasonable to go through your kid's phone without them knowing.
Yep.
But maybe it's an open. I kind of feel like in relationships, and tell me if I'm railroading
Yeah.
this, and this
No,
is
no.
too
No.
much for 180. But I feel like with phones in relationships, right? A lot of people have like want to know what's on their partner's phones, right? And they
Yep.
want to be able to like, who are you texting and like what's that and blah blah blah. I feel like the ruling, if you will, that I take with phones in relationships is the same that I would do as kids, maybe, of being like, it's an open door or open phone like policy. Like you can see at any time and you can, if you ask me, I'm always going to go, oh yeah, 100%, here's what it is.
Yep.
But with that relationship is giving that you won't go behind my back and look at my phone so I can have privacy.
Yep.
And also I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing.
And there's trust
You know what
there.
I mean? And
Yeah.
there is trust. Because I think it is fair for a parent to want to look at a kid's phone.
Yeah. And technology scares the shit out of me now.
Yeah.
Like it really, really does. And I even remember one thing that I saw on the internet when I was 15 and it was way too dark for me to have seen
100%.
it, and I still remember what it was.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff sticks with you even as an adult. Like I can see that image so clearly.
Yeah.
It's that really hard thing as well of not wanting to coddle children.
Yeah.
And because the world it can be a scary place and there's weird things left, right and centre, and kind of a bit of exposure therapy might not be the worst thing in the world. But I am incredibly fearful, of some of these apps and what they're capable of doing in the future.
Can you think of any apps that you're like, Nino, scary alert?
Facetune?
Yeah.
Well, there is now a massive crisis where this is not new news to anyone. I'm not. It's not a red hot. It's not a shit hot take by me. But where cosmetic surgeons are having girls as young as like 13 and 14 go in and show photos of themselves face tuned and go, I want to look like this.
Yeah.
The app is like allowing kids to see what they could look like with cosmetic procedure way too young.
Yeah, that's
and be
scary.
able to then put it on a platter and go, I want this. And I know there's obviously laws with the legal age you can be before you get a lip flip or you get Botox, but that kind of stuff.
And
really
I think once
scares
you're an
me.
adult, who the toot cares?
Who the toot cares? But yeah, like chat rooms as well freak me the fuck out.
Oh, I know the one. Omegle.
Omegle.
Oh, yeah.
And Omegle's been around for a while
Omegle's
now.
been around for ages, but I know so many, not to go dark, but like
Yep.
so many people who are having like such inappropriate interactions on Omegle, like
Yep.
as like literally like 13-year-olds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just meeting strangers on the internet, like scary stuff.
I feel like having an open conversation with your kid in a way of being like almost like getting on their level and being like, you know what, the reason I like to open up this can of worms when it comes to social media and the internet, being like, I can often get scared with it as an adult. Like it's a scary place. So let's just constantly have an open back and forth. If you ever see something that feels a bit weird or a little bit wrong, you can always come to me.
That's
and we can
good.
always talk about it, almost like getting on their level, because even as an adult, I see shit all the time I do not want to be seen.
Yeah.
Yep. And like I make sure I curate my social media so that it feels safe and healthy and vibey. But yeah, I'm scared to raise kids in this social media age.
I saw one the other day, like Billie Eilish talking about how much like pornography had distorted like her whole experience with relationships and had really wired her brain to believe she wanted something she didn't.
Yeah.
And that stuff is super scary. And obviously that's going to be something naturally that, you know, teenagers want to look at and take an interest in, right?
Yeah.
Even little things like this is on the scale of 1 being like incredibly fine to 10 being like catastrophic. This is not even a 5. But even we've spoken about it before. There is now a trend of kids going to Sephora as young as 10 years old to buy anti-aging products because they've seen TikTokers and influencers do it.
Yeah.
Because they're like, get ready with me whilst I use this high-strength retinol. And these kids are trying to buy these hampers of skincare products that they absolutely do not need.
And that are actively bad for them, no?
Yeah.
Like,
And I also just those TikToks that I keep seeing of guess my real age, and women or just people will
I
post
could
a
talk
TikTok
about the ages and thing. Obviously it's a 180.
Yeah, but people will post a TikTok going guess my real age, and the comments are brutal because God forbid a woman that's 28 looks like she's actually 28.
Yeah. I have I don't know, then we'll wrap this up, but I have it just to like close out the segment. I feel this will not help Baby Atlas or their sibling, but it is just a thing that I think about a lot. The whole thing of like what a privilege it is to actually become old.
Yeah.
It's like such a privilege to age and to become old, and we're just so obsessed with, God forbid, looking like we've lived a life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
I
looking
feel
weathered.
so passionately about it, and obviously next week we're going to talk about the beauty industry, and like, but like obviously it's like everything wrong with this world, but like particularly women, but also not just women affected by it, actually cannot go a single day without being like, what do I look like? Oh God forbid I look a day older than I am.
Yeah.
Babe, if you've lived a life, what a fucking
What
privilege.
a beautiful thing. I'm absolutely with you.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Great
Thank
question.
You know what? You are and you are going to be such a good dad to
Oh,
this
thank
next
you.
kid. I really mean it.
Not to Atlas. Fuck Atlas.
Nah, fuck it.
Atlas. Hey, what a beautiful Ernest. It's good to have some Ernest chats on.
Good to have some
on
Ernest
the Rat
chats
Bag
on
pod.
mic.
Yeah, we've like wedged a little girl dad in a big fat rat bag, and I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All right. It's time to end this episode with everyone's favourite segment. Hit it, Toots.
Singing is not annoying, and everything is better as a song.
We love to sing. You've got a beautiful voice. I love when you sing.
Straight back at you, babe.
Thanks, babe. We are going to be improvising a song on the spot to end the episode to leave you on your merry way. Hopefully it'll be an earworm. You'll be singing it at gym later. But we don't know what genre it's going to be. We need to usually pick it from the episode. So do you have any ideas of what?
I do. And we should add as well, it's entirely improvised.
It's fully improvised.
Yeah, fully improvised.
We do one take, that's it.
Yeah. I think we should do something with Frozen and Frozen.
I love that.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
cryogenically frozen Walt Disney verse, but doesn't have to be a fight song. Not everything's a conflict, man.
Just the concept of Walt Disney being frozen.
Something about Frozen. Well, and then Frozen like Elsa the princess or something.
Gorgeous. Just Frozen in general.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. I love that.
Tommy, have you got
DJ
a genre?
Tom. Yeah.
Today we're going to do some very sort of old school hip hop.
Yeah. Frozen.
It's the way you
Frozen
said
is
that.
hip hop.
Perfect. All right, hit it, Toots. Yeah, yeah. Huh. Yeah, I lived my life making movies for the children and their families. Never got around to being a good guy. I was kinda evil, but now I'm in a block of ice. Yeah, yeah, and you'll never see me again, huh? That was really good.
All right. So then I said, how about we make a movie about a lesbian snow princess? There can be another one, she can be a princess, also a protagonist, and she falls in love with a guy, but he's really a villain. Yeah, that's really, really gonna trick him, it's a plan.
You gotta let it go, 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 go. Love is an open door, door, door.
Do you wanna build a snowman? Love is an open door, door, door. Are you sure?
I spent my life making movies for the families, and I never really wanted to. Damn it! No, that was still good. You go, I'm scared.
All right, here we go.
Wait for that beautiful verse one to come back.
Here we go. They said, Walt, we're gonna put you in this freezer. I said, nah, man, I'm not a geezer. I'm not gonna be frozen in a box. I got films and I got chock-a-blocks. Got Disney, got Tangle, got Monsters Inc. and got Cars and Cars.
Fuck Monsters Inc. What a cinematic masterpiece. I don't know if anyone's ever said that before. Yeah, my name's Walt, gonna have eternal frostbite. Gonna go home, maybe make a Vegemite sandwich. But I can't, cause I'm in a block of ice, man. And that's just how it goes.
The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Cause I'm in a box and they're never gonna see me. I got a snowman and then a guy called Hank. Wait, is that from Tangled? I think that's from
Hans. His name's Hans. I fucking love Olaf, man. He's gonna make the eyes turn, make nobody think that I'm in an urn in an ice block. Gonna make a snowman with a fucking carrot, and he's gonna love summer. Yeah.
And they say, okay, they say to me, Walt Disney, let it go. Say to me, Walt Disney, get in that snow. I say I'm sick of being in this box. Wanna go to Hoyt's and see my masterpiece on the big screen. On the big screen. This track is going for 1 million years.
Let's wrap it. Every joke in my body escaped.
Are you kidding? You had a really good rhyme and then you doubted yourself.
Thanks, man. Was the Vegemite one? Because that fucking had legs.
That was a really good run-on rhyme. Oh my God.
Good golly.
That, guys, thank you for sticking around all the way to the end of this episode. We've loved being in your ear holes or on your big screen.
Yeah.
With this gorgeous slime background. I had a great time today. Did you?
I have a great time every single time I sit down with the people in this room.
And you know what I say as well? I say to the people that are just listening via their ear holes, thank you for taking a chance because love is blind and hopefully we're good vibes just vocally, yeah? But you've probably seen our cover art. It's pretty shit hot, so I do understand you listening to this pod.
Hopefully you've fallen in love with our voices and our personalities and we can get married in short 6 weeks.
I'll get married to you ASAP because I'm a U-Haul lesbian and that's the truth.
Literally. And we've come full circle.
Guys, thank you for joining us for Rat Bag. If you are watching at home, make sure you hit that bell, like, comment and subscribe. Our DMs are always open. We're at theratbagpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, or or at the Mel and Sam on Instagram.
Yep.
That's
You've been
kind of
Mel.
it.
I've
Yeah.
been Sam. Hope you fell in love with our voices today. We'll see you next week.
Bye, BBs. This is a Grouse House podcast. Mel and Sam would like to acknowledge that this podcast was created and recorded on stolen land.
The original custodians of this land have had a rich history of storytelling for over 65,000 years, and we pay our respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, whose land we are making Ratbag on.
Treaties were never signed, sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land.